Hi everyone. So today we're going to continue learning about Antarctica, and one of the things you might see if you were to go there is killer whales. So killer whales can actually be found around the world, but normally when we see them we think of colder places or maybe SeaWorld. So killer whales have that name because they are a predator. That means they eat meat and things that are smaller than them. Okay, normally they don't kill people, but they do eat seals, they can eat other whales, sea lions, and sometimes even penguins. Okay, they are actually in the dolphin family, and they're the largest of the dolphin family. Okay, they are very, very big. When they are born, normally they're over 8.5 feet long. And just to put it into perspective for you, I'm not even 6 feet tall. Okay, so they're over 2 feet bigger than me when they're born. And normally they weigh over 200 pounds at birth. Okay, most human babies weigh anywhere from probably 5 pounds to 8 pounds. And then they also live in big groups called pods. So basically like families. And normally those families can have anywhere from 30 to 40 different killer whales in it. So that's quite a lot. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to draw a killer whale, and we're also going to draw the ocean and maybe another tail or something of a killer whale behind it. Okay, so what you need is a piece of paper, and it can be like mine, saying nice and tall, or it can be horizontal. Either way will work. Okay, and I drew mine out. You might see a little bit of it in pencil to start with, but I'm going to go over it in pen so you all can see it. Okay, if I were you all, I would start with pencil or something that you can erase. Okay, so what we're going to do to begin with is we're going to do a curved line from one side to the other, and watch me before you do anything. Okay, so curved line. It almost looks like a rainbow or a big frowny face. Okay, and then what we're going to do from here is this side is going to be its face, and this side is going to be its tail. So it's going to be bigger down at the face and get narrow at its tail. So it's going to curve around like a U and then wiggle back up to where its tail will be. Okay, so it's almost like a U down here. All right. Then killer whales are mostly black and white. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a line where its mouth would be. And then there's a big circle around its eye that will be white. And then I believe their eye is maybe right up here. Okay. Now, around their mouth, there's a white spot that's kind of like where our chin would be. So we're going to go from the edge of its mouth, and we're going to loop back around. Okay. So this will be white and this will be white. Now from where that white spot touches, we're going to come out and give it a fin. Okay. And then on top they have, I believe, what's called a dorsal fin, like dolphins do, because it is in the dolphin family. And then we have one other white spot we need to make right before its tail. There's a curve there that'll be white. And then we need to make our killer whale's tail. So we're going to do a line that comes out. This one's going to go off the page a little bit. And then it'll curve around and run off the page. Okay, so that's our killer whale. Now what I'm going to do down here is I'm going to do some oval lines that'll show you where the killer whale jumped up from. So he jumped up here, and it's going to curve around and he'll splash down here. Okay, so this down here is our ocean that he's in. I'm just doing a few streaks. What we need in the background is we need a line going across to show where the sea or the ocean is. So we don't want to draw through our killer whale, so we're going to do an imaginary line. Comes down back here. right? So one thing we haven't talked about is this is basically a seascape. So we've made landscapes before, so pictures with the land in them. Now we're making a seascape or an oceanscape, depending on where our killer whale is. Okay, so it is a seascape or an oceanscape because it shows the water. Okay, that's the main part. Now you could have some icebergs back here if you wanted to. They could be mountains back here. Okay, so that could be your land or it could be your ice. I am going to add a little tail sticking out back here from a killer whale that jumped up. So I'm doing 2 lines. And then basically I'm going to make a triangle. It's going to dip in the middle. And there's my little tail. Now what I'm going to do around it is I'm going to do some more little baby ovals to show where it's going in the water. Now what's next is we get to color in our water and our killer whale. So I'm going to start with some blues and greens to color in my water. So this is where, if you have markers or crayons, I would use those. Alright, so I'm going to change the colors that I'm using to a little more green color. And I'm probably not going to color in all of it. I'm just going to do some streaks. And remember, if you're using marker, you can always add some water to it and use your paintbrush and spread it out, and it'll become like a watercolor. Now I'm going to go ahead and get black marker to color in my killer whales with. Now I do have to remember to be very careful and not color in the white spots that I need. So I'm going to just work in the areas that are supposed to be black. And I am using a Sharpie. You don't have to though. So I'm going to leave this spot white. So I'm tracing around it. And around where its mouth is going to be white. Its fin will be black. Its dorsal fin will be black. I'm going to trace around this white spot. And now that I've gone around everything that's supposed to be white, I'm going to start coloring this in. Now, if your hand gets tired, you can always take a break and stretch, or if your marker starts to go out on it, you can give it a break too. But we do want to color all of it in that's supposed to be black. Alright, I'm going to take a break from that, and I'm probably going to work on my background some. So you might look, see what colors you have. You could always make your sky like a sunset. You could have the sun setting down here. And what colors could you mix with that? I've got yellow, maybe orange, red. Alright, see what colors you can mix together to make a beautiful background for your killer whale. Some red marker that I can add in. I even got some purple that I can mix in if I want to really add some different colors back there. Now that I've got that kind of colored in, I'm going to go ahead and finish my killer whale. Alright, if you have anything else that you want to color in your picture, you can. You could always add some shading on your icebergs or your land. You could add more killer whales to your picture if you wanted to. But make sure you've colored it all in. And if you need help with something, let me know, okay? Hopefully I will see you soon. And like I said, let me know if I can help with anything else. I've almost got my killer whale done for you to see. Alright, there it is. All done. Okay, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.